Can we fix this burn mark left from a fallen reptile heat lamp? Yep. Let's show you how we did it. First, mark all the boards that you're going to cut out. We make our cuts at a very subtle angle as to allow a super tight fit on the butt ends. We are setting this depth for the saw at 3/4 of an inch, but make sure you do a test run first to make sure you're not cutting too deep. And definitely watch for pipes and wires in these old houses. We are just doing 2 cuts down the middle of each board. Definitely pay attention to how close your saw gets to those butt joints. And this is about to show you what happens when you hit a nail right there. It sparks up pretty good, so try to avoid those. Notice the placement of the chisel right near the very edge of those butt joints right there. We're just splitting the butt joint on each side right there so we can pop out that middle piece. And if your saw was set right, it should just pop right out. There shouldn't be any nails right there in the middle unless you're on a joist, and then you'll see here in a second where the nails are at as we pull them out. So you want to take from that middle to reduce tension, and then you can take out your remaining nailed piece without damaging the surrounding good boards. Remember to be patient and take your time. This wood, especially this older wood, can be really brittle. And be careful of stuff like this. These nail pullers are great for stuff like this. A little bit of wood glue. Before we put our boards in, we need to make sure we have the proper support. So we'll put some of these 2x4s in. You can see when this house was built that the butt ends are not on the joist and it has no subfloor. So essentially this floor is the subfloor. When we have to screw in a finished floor like this, I like to use a fine threaded square head drywall trim screw because of their teeny little heads. Better make sure this sucker's sturdy.
Will Smith Company. I think Will Smith made this wood. Trim screws.
Good.
You can pre-drill to prevent splitting if you're screwing near those butt ends.
No glue everywhere, but it's okay. Ouch! I'll mark the joists where they're at. So we got one here. And next, is it this one?
You may need to remove the bottom half of the groove. This is pretty easy to do with old pine.
You can use a table saw, but this is quick and easy. Just one there.
One thing to remember when doing different patches is to mimic the surrounding wood. For example, this floor has a lot of gaps in it, so we are just installing our patch to blend and not stand out. Well, we have to fill the nail holes still, but what do you think? Doesn't look like a patch to me.